Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Dee. I am a lover of all things beauty, and here on my channel I talk about a variety of different things, mostly related to makeup, skincare, mid-size fashion, and nails. And I'm really excited today because I'm going to be taking you through the full fall line of Hello Love's fall launch. So this is our most recent, it was our 1987 collection. And so I figured I would go ahead and go through and show you all the new nails that launch, kind of talk a little bit about them. And then as always right here, I will have me actually wearing them so you can see them in person. Because a lot of times when I look at them in the box, it's like, okay, they're pretty or whatever. And then when I put them on or I see them on somebody and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're absolutely amazing. So I always like to do that so that you can actually see them on somebody. And I will have my website linked down below. You can always go in, there's a search bar where you could search for just one of the names. Or you can go in and filter it by the 1987 collection. It will give you all the nails that are currently available. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first one, and this wasn't the first one that launched. The first one I'm going to talk about is called If I Had a Penny. So this is our orange, but this one is like a true like pumpkin orange. This is perfect for October, perfect for Halloween. It can go with so many different sets and stuff like that, but it's really honestly a good orange. The other thing in here, it's picking up a little bit brighter, but actually in person, I would say it's more of like a burnt orange. So it's not going to be like a fluorescent orange. It's going to have a little bit of a burntness to it, which makes it really, really pretty for fall. I don't know if I could rock this whole thing by itself, but to me, this is a really pretty like mixed mani, something I could do a fall mixed mani with and it'd be really, really pretty. The next one is Don't Have a Cow. So this one is really a special nail. So if you notice it, it's not a cow print, it's actually a leopard print. So it's got some leopard design in there, but it has this really pretty like this coating on it. It's almost like a glazed donut. So it's a very shiny nail. It's not like a regular, if you look here, you can see the difference between the finishes. This one is just our regular shiny, and this one has like this extra kind of glazed donut on it. So it really makes it a very, very unique nail. It's very, very pretty for the fall. Even these two, I think, are really, really pretty together. But as you wish, the cocoa brown, I am not into brown nails. Like I never thought that I would wear brown nails. And when I wore this one, I was actually shocked that I really, really liked the tone of it. It's not like a poopy brown or anything like that. It's got a little bit of gray in it, I guess. Maybe a grayish brown. So it's very, very wearable, regardless if you're somebody who's fair tone like me, or if you're dark skin, this nail is still going to be able to work for you and it's just beautiful for fall. Next is a Heavy News Day. So this one is a dark gray. So we have Jump the Shark, which is a little bit lighter. This one is a darker gray. So it's similar tone, but a little bit darker, and again, perfect for fall. I feel like it's a little bit easier to wear than black. Black to me is not very gothy like that, I think is a stereotype. It can look really harsh against my skin, where I like this one because it gave me that same kind of like gothiness a little bit like black does, but it didn't wash out my skin. So this is a great option. Speaking of black, we did have a nail launch that was for our VP customers only. It was called Appraizzzal. And it is a black nail, but it's got some really pretty kind of silver flecks in it. They're very, very subtle. So it's not a super over in your face sparkly nail, but it's got a little subtleness to it. It reminds me of like the night sky, just dark with a little bit of spark, like stars in it, essentially. I like this too, because with those little, like that little bit of shimmer, that little bit of glitter, it does make it a lot easier to wear. So if you're somebody who always wanted to try a black nail, but just it looks a little harsh on you, definitely try this one out because I think you may like it. You will have to be a VIP to purchase it, but it is a really, really pretty nail. The other thing that launched, I was really excited about. I have not worn them yet, but it is called Women of the Night. So we actually launched it in 2 different shapes. And so this one came out in both the almond and the short, and it is like a gunmetal black. So it's a black nail with this gunmetal finish over it. It's very, very pretty. It's very, very unique. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if I'll be able to rock the almond, In full transparency, it looks really, really cool, but I feel like it might be a little bit over the top. But it's one of those things, especially with Halloween, or just like going out and stuff like that, it definitely could be a cool nail to rock. Next we have Who Has It Now. So this is a glitter nail that launched. It is a yellow glitter nail. It is super, super yellow. This is going to be gorgeous for Christmas time. If you are thinking about doing, like wanting to do a really pretty mixed mani for Christmas, definitely get this one because I think it is absolutely gorgeous. We also came out with a silver one, which silver can be for Christmas as well. This one is IB Much Too Heavy, and it is just a classic silver nail. They are both, like you can even mix it like this. You can throw red in this and do a silver and gold and red. You could throw a black in this and do like a New Year's kind of theme. You can do appraisal with it and have it be a little bit different. There's just so many different varieties and different mixed manis that you can do, and that's what makes press-on nails fun, is you can really customize it and just do whatever you want. But these two are really, really pretty. The glitter in both of them are chunky, but they're smooth in the touch, so they're not going to get caught in anything. When you rub your hand over the nail, it's going to be smooth, so you don't have to worry about any chunkiness. So kind of the pink nails that came out, sticking with the glitter theme, we had No More Manne-Cans. I don't know how to say it, but it is a really pretty like pink glitter nail, but this one is just pretty on its own. I never thought that I would be able to wear glitter nails by themselves. I felt like they would be overwhelming, but the more that I have tried it, the more that I realize I like it. You don't necessarily have to do a mixed mani, but the glitter nails are really, really pretty and easy to do a mixed mani with. So this one is really pretty. So talking about, they were just here, and I don't have a full set here, but this is a beautiful dusty rose color. So it's a kind of a pale dusty rose. It's gorgeous. It's definitely not a bubblegum pink, but this is a pink that can transcend all year. So it's fall-like because it is a little bit more dusty, so it doesn't scream like summer, like some of our other pink nails like Power Shoulders and maybe Hazardous, or more bright and glowy. This is more dusty, so it's a little bit easier to wear during the fall and winter months, but it's definitely something that you could wear all year, and it's just a good, pretty, dusty pale pink. The other pink that came out, this is more of a berry. Oh, Betsey, I'm sorry. It's definitely more of a berry nail. Again, something that will go all year round, but with the berryness, it definitely tends to be a little bit more on the fall side, and just really pretty overall nail. We had Notel that dropped. So this is a really pretty purple nail, but this one is kind of, I would say, I know dusty purple isn't a good description, but it's definitely not a bright purple, but it's just a really pretty standard purple. Plummy purple. Next, we had Hazardous Waste of a Trip. So this one came in our coffin or Squoffin color, so or Squoffin shape. So what that is, it is a coffin, but it's kind of tapered at the end. So it's not going to be as tapered as a coffin normally is. It's not going to be as skinny at the top, but it's not going to be super square. So it's square in coffin. If a square in a coffin had a baby, it would be a Squoffin. But this one came out also in our short, and it's a really pretty ombre nail. It's darker at the bottom, and then it kind of flares out at the top. It is gorgeous, but it's still such a pretty fall nail and can go into the winter time, but just really, really unique. And I love the fact that it came out in both of the different styles, because I do like the Squoffin, especially for these deep tones. Then we had I'm On It, and this one is kind of a darker berry. So if you look at Notel, you can see here, it's definitely more berryish than Notel, but Oh Betsey, I'm Sorry, it's darker than Oh Betsey, I'm Sorry. So if you look at it, it's sometimes when you look at these colors and you're like, oh, it's kind of the same thing, but when you compare it, it's like, oh no, it's actually different. So I would say this is kind of a dark berry. It's not I wouldn't say it's a burgundy. I would say it's more of just a berry. You can see here, it's more of a berry color, not a burgundy. Then we've got our purples and kind of our special finishes. We had Pope Says Nope that came out. This is such a fun nail. It's kind of like a chrome purple. It's so bright. It is a really, really pretty nail. It does have a little bit more of a shiny glazed donut finish, so it's going to be a little bit more of a unique finish, but this one is really, really cool. Then we had Well Shoot, and I loved this nail. So Well Shoot is very similar to Girl on Fire. So Girl on Fire was a little bit more of a translucent nail. nail. This is a darker version of that, and it kind of gives this like mirrored effect on it, but it has, the undertone is a little bit of a tan color. It's so unique. I've never seen a nail like this. It's definitely going to be one of those nails that people actually stop and say, oh my gosh, what are you wearing? If you were to go, I don't even know how they would do this in a nail salon, but what I love about press-on nails is with these things, like these finishes and stuff like that, if you were to go to get a mixed mani, or you go to get something, the special finish, it costs more money. These retail for $16. You get a very cool, very unique, very show-stopping nail set for $16 that is going to last you up to 2 weeks if you do your prep well. That's just amazing to me. So I absolutely love this one. I thought it was very, very unique, and it definitely gets a lot of people talking. Then we have It's Getting Crowded. So this is a very sparkly nail. It's got like pretty much every color in it. So it's got a kind of a darker background. It's got a lot of silver glitter that pulls through, but then it's got some greens and some reds and some blues. It's got a whole bunch of nails or colors. This is the nail that is almost sold out. We are very, very limited in quality. People absolutely love this nail because it is very, very fun. Then we've got DCU Later. So DCU Later was originally came in the short, and then they brought it back, but they brought it back with an almond shape. It is a cat eye nail. So it's got the black, but the green in it. So it's going to, or holograph, or maybe cat eye is not the right thing. It's like a holograph. So it's going to shift and to change. It is so, so pretty. I just absolutely love it. Then we've got No AAA on the track. So this, I believe, was the first nail that we launched, and it just screams 80s. We're doing 1987. When we first launched this nail, I was like, oh my gosh, this just sums up the 80s. It is a chrome purple. It's got a little bit of orange. It's got some pinks. It's got some blues. It is a very, very fun nail. And yeah, if you're going to an 80s party, this would be an amazing nail. If you just want to have a fun nail on your hand, this would be the nail. And again, this retails for $16. You're not going to be able to go to a nail salon and get something like this with this sort of finish and this dimension and this special finish nail for $16. Last but not least was probably my favorite nail out of the whole collection, and That's Not Tammy. Yeah, That's Not Tammy. As you can see here, I used it already. I need to pick up another one. This one is very, very similar to No AAA on the track as far as colors, but there are two different finishes. While No AAA on the track is that chrome finish, this one is more of that sparkle. I absolutely loved it. I loved it in the box, but when I put it on my hands, I was like, this is so, so pretty. This is also a showstopper for me. When I wore this, I got so many people that stopped and asked what I was wearing on my hands. And again, not to beat a dead horse, but you are not going to be able to go to a nail salon and get this for $16. There's just no possible way. So if you're looking for a really, really fun manicure, mixing manis, press-on nails is the way to go. There's so much versatility in it. There's so much customization. And what I love about it is I can remember going to the nail salon and getting my nails done and having to stick with a nail for 2.5 weeks that I absolutely hated because I chose a color because I was trying to step outside my box and do something different, and then I hated it, and having to live with it for 2.5 weeks or 2 weeks before I went to go get it redone was miserable to me. I just remember like looking at my nails going, oh my gosh, I wasted this money. I absolutely hate this. This here, if you buy this for $16 and you absolutely hate it, you only wasted $16 instead of what I was paying was $75. That was with tip and all that stuff. I live in the DFW area. Everything is expensive here, but that's how much I paid. I also went to a higher end nail salon because I wanted somebody who cleaned and all that stuff. So I paid extra for my nail, but that was the sanity that I had, or the peace of mind that I had, but I would have never been able to do this nail for $16 when I went to my nail salon. Love my lady, she would have done a great job, but this would have been probably $120 to maybe $150 nail, no joke, because of I don't even know how she would have been able to do it. If you want to save time, if you want to save money, I do my nails at home. I've done them in the airport. I've done them in the car. I don't have to go anywhere. So I save time. I save money. I have complete control over what I put on my nails. I'm able to have fun and customize it the way that I want it. So if you are interested in any of these nails, I will put everything down below. Please comment below if you made it this far, what your favorite nail is. And if you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Until next time, bye.